Hi, everybody. Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm your host, Mike Rusnak.
I'm the other host, Everest Hall. Today we're going to be talking about primarily the full moon in Aquarius, but also this is a very special month. Mike, why is it special?
Because it's my birth month. But
Yay!
also, because we have 3 lunations in August this year. So we start off with a full Aquarius moon on August 1st.
Yes.
And then on August 16th is the new moon in Leo.
Correct.
And then on August 30th, we have a full moon in the sign of Pisces.
Right.
So that's a blue moon.
Right. So we go from Aquarius, which is kind of social, technological, to futurism, to Leo, which is creativity and family and joy and everything that's good in the world.
And self-expression and ego and, yeah.
And then into Pisces, which is otherworldly dreams, fantasy, spirituality.
Yeah. And its highest elevation, it's spirituality.
It's an interesting story.
Yeah, this month it is like a story.
Yeah.
August 1st, we have the full moon falling on the feast of Lammas, or Lunasa, honoring the Celtic god Lu, who is a god of craftsmanship.
Yes.
Right?
And it's a harvest holiday for our friends, the Christians.
No, don't mention the Christians. They co-opted this pagan.
Okay.
No.
Okay. But it's still a harvest.
They get nothing.
It's still a harvest holiday.
It's the first of the harvest holidays.
Yes.
And of course, we have the grain deal in the news, which is like, well, yeah. August is usually a month of, fun and summer adventures, but it's very heavy.
I don't know. I feel like it's heavy because there's
heavy.
the back to school specials. Everyone's kind of gearing up for fall.
Yeah,
and it's got that weight, that grasshopper and the ant weight.
That's the parable for August. It's the fiddling grasshopper and the ants who are working hard and saving up for the winter. And the
lazy, good-for-nothing grasshoppers who just sit around having fun and get stuck with their pants down and no food for the winter.
And then they have to come and beg help from the ants.
True.
Yeah,
it's really true.
Well, on August 1st, the sun will be at 9 degrees. The moon will be at 9 degrees Aquarius, opposite the sun. Right? And I think the message for this moon is to keep a cool distance.
Rational.
Keep yourself rational. Be like Aquarius, the sign. Be cool, be distant, be a little bit, be social. Know how to ask for help.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. In August, it's like, Leo is about bravery and courage and self-expression and fun and passion and romance. Here is the riddle for August.
The riddle, okay.
August is supposed to be a time of great, fun, self-expression. It's hot, it's volcanic, it's passionate. But the thing is, we have these planets in retrograde. Venus has been in retrograde and will be until September 4th.
Which is extra powerful because of the South Node in Libra.
Right? Yes. So after September 4th, it's like a green light to go ahead with beautification and renovation and maybe cosmetic surgery if you're doing anything like that, or changing your hairstyle or cutting your beard or doing something new and fun. Mercury is going retrograde August 23rd till September 15th. It's not a very
that's pretty short.
Time. It's a pretty short time. But during that time, no signing contracts.
No.
Right?
No. Technology, don't buy a new TV, don't buy electronics. No. It'll probably go haywire.
There could be mechanical issues if you're traveling.
Check your fluids. Check the fluids in your car.
Definitely.
Says the man from New Mexico.
Yes, his engine just exploded. And double check that you have your keys. Sit before the road before heading out. And the thing is, August 16th, we have a new moon in the sign of Leo.
Right.
So that's seeds of intention for a new endeavor, for something that's very passionate, something very juicy that's close to your heart, some new creative endeavor that you want to undertake.
Yeah, it might be kind of bubbling up in your subconscious.
Yes.
But you're not able to make it physical until things go
Nor
forward.
should you.
Yeah,
because
relax.
everything is in retrograde.
Relax.
Now, after this new moon, you have about a week before Mercury heads retrograde. But I would advise you to just wait until the end of September to do anything.
Correct.
So this month is a lot about reflection, a lot of thinking. And it's going to feel strange because Mars is not in retrograde, and Mars is our action, our fuel, our fire. That's driving us forward, but we're going to be kind of driving forward, but feeling like something stewing underneath the surface. Something is something, you know.
Mars is
it's a little out of body.
Mars is in Virgo, correct?
Yes, Mars is in Virgo right
Which I like the way you
now.
said this the other day. You were talking about how this could be a drive to feel needed, a drive to get the details done, perhaps like socially.
Mercury and Mars are both in Virgo.
Yeah.
And the combination of the two is this need to get everything very correct.
Yeah.
You know, this and a need to be needed.
Yeah,
and a need to be useful to others. Yeah.
The one thing, well, just going back to talk about the Aquarius moon before I lose my thought, I was thinking about how interesting it is to be on this harvest festival. And one of the things about Aquarius is that there's an emotional detachment because it's a social focused sign. And there's kind of like an emotional attachment in order to separate the shaft from the way.
The wheat from the shaft.
Wheat from the shaft. Thank you, Michael.
We need
in
the
order to
farmer's
I know, I need my
dictionary
farmer's
here.
dictionary. In order to feed society properly. You want to make sure you get all the rot out of the crop for this first
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so, for this first harvest. And so there takes a certain amount of emotional detachment.
Yes.
And then on top of that, with all of these retrograde planets, there's an emotional attachment so you can review and see where you've been.
There's a lot of nostalgia going on this time of year. And I'd say that it is a good time to stay grounded in thought. If we could stay grounded in thought, life becomes a little bit more like a comedy, you know?
Yes.
If we're staying grounded in empathy, well, we might be great at pouring our loving heart out to the world, but it's hard to sustain that without taking in some information and maybe feeling hurt, feeling a little bit vulnerable. Yeah, it's better to stay grounded in thought and a little bit detached and cool for this full moon on August 1st.
Keep it cool, everybody. Keep it cool.
Yes. The god Lu was a craft god.
Yes.
And his mother, his foster mother...
Celtic. He's a Celtic god, right?
Yes, Celtic god.
Celtic god.
His foster mother, Tailshu.
That's so good for you.
She was a harvest goddess who collapsed out of exhaustion from clearing the fields.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
So once again, it's like that emotional detachment in order to service the public as we're coming into fall and summer starting to wind itself down.
Yeah, summer at this time of year, it's always bothered me that my birthday falls in this time of year where everyone's like, back to school sales, back to school. And it's like, well, there's another month of summer, you know, but the fact is we do have to think ahead. You know, we do have to keep our eye on the road and maybe have our foot in the pool and maybe our hand on the steering wheel and plowing ahead into the fall. This festival is one of the cross-quarter festivals, right?
So it's halfway between
the solstice and the equinox.
Yeah. So halfway between summer and fall.
Yeah. At the other end of this this spoke on the wheel, Lunasa is Imbolc, February 1st. And then crossing that is Samhain, that's Halloween or All Saints Day or All Souls Day, November 1st, crossed by Beltane, May 1st.
May 1st.
It's May Day.
So there you go.
Yeah. So
A little rudimentary pagan holidays for everybody out there. So there's the Aquarius moon, and then it goes into Leo.
yes, the Aquarius moon, and then it goes into Leo. August 16th, it's time to plant new seeds.
Yeah.
For some projects, some passion that you have. But this new moon is going to be a very rebellious new moon because we are going to be squared exact to Uranus in Taurus. And that's going to be a lot of friction, a lot of rebellion against what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right. And in terms of our own value system and what we believe and what we hold dear. The good news, though, is that Uranus in Taurus is going to be trine to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is also going to be trine to Mars in Virgo.
Right.
So we have this beautiful Earth trine, which is going to last for the whole month.
Right. And it's almost like Leo, creative, eccentric solutions, Uranus, towards the reconstruction of our society and our collective selves.
It's a lot to do in August.
It's a lot to do.
Yeah.
Now, also Pluto. Now, don't forget, Mike. Pluto. There's so much to talk about. Pluto is squared to the north and the south node.
Yes.
So it's really accelerating and at a very quick pace. This destruction, recreation,
yes.
cave manifestation, what's happening in the dark, and I kind of feel like the UFOs in the news.
That's huge. That's
and I love how nobody batted an eye.
I love how we're so worn out and jaded. We're like, okay, there's aliens.
Sure.
Take us. Like come and take us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that is thinking futuristically. That's like absorbing this new information.
Right.
Oh, we have alien spacecraft. Oh, we have alien biologics. We thought so. Okay. And like no one really...
No, we've been talking about this
shrugs.
for like 50 years.
Yeah. But that's just one aspect of this full moon. It's like, okay, absorbing that information and keeping it cool. Yeah. I think once upon a time, if this news came out, it would have been like a sensational story for weeks and weeks. But there's just no room for that, no space for that.
No.
Yeah. And Neptune at 27 degrees Pisces is still squaring the galactic center. So this is a lot of information coming into our dreams. And my dreams have been very strange, very active, and more active than my actual physical day.
And if you didn't see our past couple of videos, the galactic center is 27 degrees Sagittarius.
And it always stays put.
And so that's where our information is coming from, in the center of the galaxy. A lot of particle information.
Yeah, a lot of our celestial downloads coming from, call from Chris Tanner. Oh, interesting. ESP telephony,
Yeah, telephony.
You think about someone and then they call. It's very interesting, but now is a time to really put those thoughts into practice, to really think, well, what are other ways that I could communicate with other beings across the universe, the galaxy? Like what can we do, besides Facebook and Instagram, besides social media, what are ways in which we could communicate with one another? Right? Yeah. The final moon.
Yeah, the final moon, Pisces.
It's going to be in the sign of Pisces.
Pisces is the 12th house.
Yes. Spirituality. And the world of illusions. And this moon might highlight for us ways in which we have been...
Well, what's happening in Pisces? We've got Saturn in Pisces, and we've got Neptune in Pisces.
Saturn is throwing a lot of cold water on this spiritual realm.
This woo-woo.
Yes, and it's giving us a lot of...
structure. It's also
a lot of energy to create structure, in something that's formless.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the Hollywood strike.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're trying to get proper... compensation for
the work that they're doing.
well, it's like this new media for the streaming that hasn't really been resolved. AI hasn't been resolved.
Yeah.
So getting structure
to these gray areas,
this nebulousness.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Very smart, very wise. That last full moon might shine a light on where we have been subscribing to something that has been snowing us, like fooling us. Where have we been fooled? Where have we wasted time daydreaming?
Right.
And,
where have we been manipulated?
Where have we let ourselves be manipulated? Yeah. So that's the story for August. It's a lot to digest.
It's a lot. And
a lot to walk through, but the message, let's keep it clear. More reflection, less action. All right? And it's very volcanic, very energetic, but try to do that. Try to keep more reflective, less reactive, so that we could become more the co-creator in our new reality and less of a victim.
And as we're starting the month with harvest and the Aquarius full moon, keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
Relax. Keep it objective, not subjective.
Just like the heat wave is urging us, keep cool. Keep cool emotionally.
Keep it objective.
Keep some distance. Put up boundaries. Healthy boundaries. Yeah.
And with that, should we go to tarot?
Let's try.
Okay. Hello, we are back with the tarot cards. So we're going to pull one card, Uno card for each sign. And we're going to be starting with our dear friends, Aries.
And to be clear, this is just a card for the full moon in Aquarius, August 1st. So this is a singular message for each sign for this moon.
So,
Aries.
Full moon, August 1st, Aquarius, Aries. Ha! Okay, you get the sun. Bravo.
And
so
you should, because the North Node has moved into the sign of Aries. And this is about our own creative expression.
Yes.
Divine expression.
Shining the light. The sun's shining the light on Aries. It's time for that wonderful eye initiator energy.
Yes. And this is not about control through force or making something happen. It's just letting yourself be yourself. Letting, your good shine through.
Okay. Taurus. I'm sorry to laugh, Taurus.
We know so many.
I know so many Tauruses. So this card is about kind of loss and deceit and strong arming.
Yeah, this is Uranus.
This is Uranus and Taurus.
Yeah, which has been there for a long time, and it's
so this guy, he has disarmed these two foes and has taken their swords, but he hasn't defeated and killed them.
No, he has not won the war.
No, he has not won the war. So perhaps with Taurus, I would think about making sure that all of your plans have got all their T's crossed and their I's dot, and be particularly careful, especially in this month as we get the Mercury retrograde, to be careful that you have all your details figured out.
Yes, and Venus is in retrograde.
Yeah.
That
oh yeah, and Venus rules Taurus. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of watch the details on life. Gemini. Death.
Death.
Not physical death, but
the death of an idea.
This is a Pluto card. This is about death and rebirth, cycles of life.
And Gemini, is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde. This is maybe to just do a pivot in your mode and just go reflective, go very quiet, just listen.
And in this this full moon cycle with Aquarius, the outer planets which rule the social structures are in retrograde. So it's that kind of like outward social reflection. And how can you kind of help like interpersonally?
Yeah, it's a new world. We're not going back to what we've known.
No.
All right, Cancer.
Cancer. Oh, okay. Things are getting clearer. Um, there's kind of fog and clouds, and the sword is being raised up. It's a double-edged sword. It's being raised up to a pinpoint in a clear blue sky. Queen of Swords. There's a reflective understanding of our emotions, and it's getting a little clearer.
You're walking in the highest expression of these feelings. Yes.
Okay.
Leo.
Boom. Okay.
Queen of Pentacles.
Queen of Pentacles. So she's taking care of her value system.
Yes, and this could
Nurturing.
be this Uranian energy squaring to Leo.
It's absolutely that. It's absolutely that.
It is. This is this like wake up call to pay attention to our finances, our surroundings, what we're doing in this life. You know, where are we heading? Are our plans from 3 years ago still our plans today? Has anything changed? But it's this real quiet listening to our intuition.
I would also say there's like a harvest kind of vibe to this. It's got that Taurian harvest vibe. So how are you, Leo, harvesting your joy and your happiness and your creativity?
It's better if we just pretend that it's Halloween. Now Virgo.
Ooh, okay, the world. Okay, Virgo.
Yeah.
So this is the beginning and the end. This is a cycle about. It's a card that represents Saturn. So Saturn is our traditional kind of classic astrology, edge of the world. It's the outer limits. What's happening in Virgo? Mars is in Virgo, right?
Mars and Mercury. Yes, they are in Virgo.
So this kind of like, how are you needed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how are you needed in the world? Libra. Okay, Libra. Our south node is in Libra. Venus is in retrograde. Our emotional space is represented by these cups. We're going to be reviewing a lot of our emotions in regards to relationships. Perhaps a relationship is no longer really serving you and is just coming up as sour punch.
And Libra is such a, it's a heady... Right?
It's a heady space. It's about justice and karma and balance.
Beauty, karma, right, yeah.
Legal issues.
Yeah, which emotions don't really have much... weight or space within legal issues.
No,
right?
it's black and white.
Yeah, it needs to be.
Perhaps somebody is not getting a legal issue resolved.
Oh, I wonder who that
I
could be.
wonder who that could be. Scorpio?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. All right, here we go.
Yes, here is my emotion store.
My emotion store. This card is kind of traditionally thought of as a haughty merchant who's very proud of their emotional space. It's a card where he's got this red hat on. He's thinking about his...
And he's protecting himself.
Yeah.
Physically.
And it's kind of proud of it all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe soften yourself up. Yeah. Get a little more symbiotic with your energies.
Yeah.
Listen for this full moon. Listen to the others. Ask for help because everyone needs help somewhere.
Yeah.
And we can't do that while we're guarding ourselves
and perhaps you're a little defensive and kind of showing off your emotional space to hide your emotional pride to hide something that's behind the screen here. What's going on back there? Okay. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, King of Cups. Talk about keeping it cool, King of Cups. So this is just a crazy card. He's on a cement platform in the middle of the lagoon in Venice. And for whatever reason, he's not sinking. And why is he not sinking into the seas of emotion? Because he's got a cool head.
He's a master of his emotions.
Yes.
Yeah. And for Sagittarians, I'd say it's time to read a lot more.
Yeah.
Hit the books.
Get inspiration.
Get your favorite books out and just hit and stay in that world and stay very, distance, guarded, centered, happy in your creative space, though.
Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Okay.
That's a Pluto and Capricorn.
That's a
card,
Pluto
yeah.
and Capricorn. What degree is it? 28 degrees?
It's 28 degrees retrograde.
Retrograde. Okay. Capricorn, you might feel a little trapped by your thoughts, like a little hopeless.
Or just by the scenery of,
Yeah.
old
It's
models.
tight.
Old models are collapsing. New models are being built. But it's a very strange new world that we're finding ourselves in.
The
It
path is
feels
unclear.
very different.
It's
Yeah.
very different. The path is unclear. The water is really mushy with water, with emotions. She's trapped by these swords, which are thoughts. But if she was just to kind of take a couple minutes and think about her situation, she could wiggle out of her binds and just back
By
out of the
putting her
cage.
toe in the emotional waters, feeling that intuition. Feel that intuition.
Feel your intuition,
Feel your
Capricorn.
way out of this
It's
forest.
not a problem that can be solved through work.
Through work or through thought. It's a problem that could be solved through
Emotions.
feeling. Yeah.
Capricorn. Aquarius, this is your moon. Okay, Aquarius, the hermit. So
Oh, yeah.
keep it cool. Keep it cool. Keep it cool. Don't get in a fight with anyone, Everest. Keep it cool. It's time to kind of go.
I've always admired
What?
Aquarians because they do have that cool, detached, that mode.
Right.
Leos love that.
Yeah.
They do. They're like, God, we wish we could be like that, not need the attention, not need the spotlight, not need other people's definition of us, So I admire that.
Aw. Well, on behalf of Aquarians, we thank you. So the hermit is just a giant in this landscape. He's got a lantern which has a star, has the astral energy. He's really
The Seal of Solomon.
he's looking
Yeah.
inward as he wanders in this journey and is being very self-reflective. Now we have
Pisces.
Pisces.
Last but
Oh my!
not-
I dropped it. Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry, Pisces.
It's because it's very important. Nostalgia. Okay, Six of Cups. Thinking about the way
Nostalgia-
things used to be.
Nostalgia really is just a human condition. It's really and it is useful.
Yeah.
To a point, right?
Well, it's a very important part of memory, and going forward with a new objective, you tend to remember what's happened in the past to give yourself some kind of gauge on what it's all about.
Yeah.
But you can think,
you can edit your
Yeah.
history too.
we remember the extremes of emotions.
Yes.
So we remember
remember
pain.
negative 10 times more than we remember positive.
Right.
But to live in just remembering positive
Right.
means that we're forgetting a whole bunch of other information.
Well, it's like an
So
intentional
it's-
blindness.
Yeah. And this, this final full moon in August in the sign of Pisces
Right.
is going to remind us to beware of, those trappings
Right.
of
Perhaps
nostalgia.
there's a lot of new information coming up within these Piscean notions of spirituality and also religion and secret spaces, jails, and confinements. That's it's an unknown information that we have to kind of grapple with. I'm going to talk a little bit about UFOs again. Perhaps the idea of these UFOs is being promoted in a very simplistic way to keep us reminded of like this 1950s Roswell stuff, and it could be a lot more complicated.
Men in Black and stuff like that.
It could be a lot more
keep it very
complicated.
crystal clear. Saturn is going to be in the sign of Pisces for a while.
Yeah.
And then after Saturn moves out, after our North Node shifts out of Aries, it's moving into Pisces. So we have a long time with Pisces sort of at the forefront of our attention. And it's a sign that needs a lot of structure, a little more discipline. Yeah. And we'll all get there step by step.
We'll all get there. And then on the bottom of the deck, I just want to see. Okay, we're walking away. We're walking away from the 20th century, which no longer has any need
Eight
for
of Cups.
Yes.
Walking away under moonlight. Less emotional, less reactive, a little more reflective, a little more thought, and just keep that balance. Keep that cool balance. Just keep thinking cool.
objective,
Cool.
objective, scientific, objective. And with that, we thank you. I know this was a lot to cram in for a video, but I hope everybody enjoys it.
Hope it was as fun for you as it was for us. Let us know, and thank you for subscribing.
Thank you. Bye.